But for today's purposes, we're asking about gifting. And so how this relates to the question is, when we look at the value of a farmer's estate when he or she dies, we need to get an appraised value of everything that they own, looking at the land, the equipment, livestock, unsold grain, sold grain that is on contract. Everything gets added up and stacked together. What we also have to add to that stack is the value of any gifts that were made within 3 years prior to death. So this is where we have to be careful, right? Because if we have a $3 million farm and we want to give it away for nothing to our farming heir, we just say, here you go, it's yours, good luck, I did what I could. The value of that property is still going to be included in that farmer's Minnesota estate for 3 years. Because if they die within 3 years, let's say that farm was all they owned, their estate is now worth zero, but they die within 3 years, they die a year later. Okay, well, we've stacked up our little stack, there's nothing there, it's zero. But remember, we have to look back and add back in those gifts. We say, oh, okay, we did make a gift within 3 years. All right, well, let's take a look. What's the value of that gift? It was $3 million. Boom, that gets added back onto the estate. Now, in this example, we said that farmer was starting at zero because their estate value after the gift was zero. Added that $3 million back in, so there's no estate tax at this point. Remember, we have that exemption. But what if we said that farmer had $2 million of other assets or land, and then we had to add that $3 million back in? Well, now we have a $5 million estate in essence. So we take our $3 million away, that everybody gets that exemption. Now we have $2 million of potentially taxable assets in Minnesota. And if we can't wipe it out through a family farmland or family business deduction, we may have some tax. But guess what? If you hadn't given it away, it would have been there anyways, right? So does it matter? Well, maybe, maybe not. One of the things that we need to think about is basis or stepped up basis, which is the subject of another video.